And this is the scene here at the Emirates Stadium in North London, and I'm delighted to be able to report that it's a perfect day weather-wise. I'm Derek Ray in the commentary position, and I'm joined for analysis by Stuart Robson. And we've got Premier League action coming right up. It's Arsenal taking on Chelsea.
Thanks, Derek. Well, both managers will be reminding their players of starting the game quickly, hitting the opposition back, playing the ball forward and regaining possession as quickly as possible. Hopefully we get a really good game here.
Romelu Lukaku, a player who opposing defenders have simply got to keep tabs on. Stuart, you would expect he'll have something to say for himself here.
Well, the game plan of the coach is to get the ball into the front players as quickly as possible. He's the player to do it. He's brilliant with his back to goal. He'll link up the play, and he's key to the way they play the game.
Here are the starters for Arsenal.
Well, on paper, they look a very balanced team. The three advanced midfielders must at times make runs beyond the centre forward. Otherwise, they might just lack a bit of penetration.
Here's the lineup for Chelsea. Antonio Rudiger plays with Azpilicueta in central defence. Mateo Kovacic starts alongside Jorginho in the centre of midfield. And operating an attack today is Romelu Lukaku. It ought to be a really interesting battle. Chelsea kick off. And dispossessed. Martinelli. Superbly read and executed. Lukaku. Chelsea couldn't keep it. Well, high marks for that pass. Oh, lovely incisive pass. Superb save.
Well, he should score, of course, but that's a brilliant save.
Oh, he's given the ball away. A chance for him to get in behind, maybe. Mateo Kovacic. And Havertz. Marcos Alonso. They do pass the ball with authority. Alonso. Lukaku. But into the keeper's gloves. Well, the perfect tackle, really. And now a throw-in. Holding. And snuffing out the danger. Oh, in with a chance! And that, a piece of goalkeeping you're going to see again and again and again. And he's fired over the corner. Well, that's really sound goalkeeping, not letting the opposition have any scraps. Sends it back. Space and time for the cross. Lukaku. And the post getting in the way.
Well, they've started really brightly here. They were so close to taking the lead.
Jorginho. Lukaku. It's with Marcos Alonso. Really good attacking play. Lukaku in position. It might still be problematic. Well, they survived the attack. Granit Xhaka. Mateo Kovacic. Lukaku. Now with Jorginho. It did look on for them, but not to be. Marcos Alonso. Here's Kovacic. Mount. Read it superbly to take back possession. Bukayo Saka. Tierney. Excellent defending. Jorginho. Mount. Havertz. The ball with Marcos Alonso. Keeping it moving dynamically. He's in with a chance. Oh, marvellous goalkeeping.
Well, it's a top-class save from a top-class goalkeeper. That's absolutely brilliant.
They take it short. And making the run to the inside. Marcos Alonso. And the ball with Christensen. Mateo Kovacic. Well, when you sit off like this, you invite pressure. Doing well to keep possession. Crossing possibilities. Well, not a great ball played in. Kovacic. Lukaku. And blocked for now. He read the situation defensively and did his job. Lukaku. Has a go. And fine goalkeeping. Short option preferred. Mount. Jorginho. Opportunity it is. Lokonga. Still on level terms, moving the ball nicely. Really good diving stop to make sure the threat came to nothing. And over comes the corner. Well, just the kind of save every goalkeeper would expect to make. Marcos Alonso. And Havertz. Effective work from Arsenal to regain possession. Arsenal's free kick here. Just the clearance that was called for. Mount. Romelu Lukaku now. Mateo Kovacic. Now a decent position. Now with Jorginho. Romelu Lukaku now. Lukaku! Well, he just couldn't make it happen. Cedric. Under some pressure. Granit Xhaka. Martinelli. At times they make passing look easy. Jorginho. Mateo Kovacic. Lukaku. Mount. Romelu Lukaku now. Havertz. Alonso. Well, nothing comes of the attack when all is said and done. Lokonga. Well, he stopped them in their tracks. Marcos Alonso. Mateo Kovacic. Kai Havertz. Lukaku. Magnificent defending. Bodies forward and the break looks on. Looking for that final pass, looking for the goal that would put them ahead. High echelon goalkeeping there.
Well, they've been quiet for a while now, but this has got them going.
And he's fired over the corner. Goalkeeper's ball, it was always going to be that way. Good pressure to win the ball back high up the pitch. Pepe. Martinelli. Really important piece of last-ditch defending. Marcos Alonso. On to Jorginho. Lukaku. Well, when you sit off like this, you invite pressure. Defensive Brazilians to shut them down. Lukaku. And it wasn't a great pass, was it? Can they take advantage? Cedric. And on to Pepe. Cuts in from the flank. Lack of guile with regard to that cross. Goalkeeper's ball. And intercepting it. Lukaku. And threading it forward. Well, the attack carried an initial threat, but fizzled out. Really nice ball. Granit Xhaka. Moving the ball forward with purpose. Has a go! Well, really fine goalkeeping. Good diving stop. Over it comes. Just over the crossbar with that effort. Deserves credit for winning the ball back. This might be ideal for the counter. Do they have the guile to open up the defence? Arsenal have given it away. Mount. And back with Lukaku. Spectacular save. Top-class goalkeeping. Corner kick played in. Not really the ideal clearance. Rudiger. Good work to win it back high up the pitch. Kovacic. Now Alonso. Not to be in terms of the finish. Martinelli. Albert Sambi Lokonga. Committed challenge. Arsenal have possession again. Albert Sambi Lokonga. Here's Mount. In a position from which they could potentially do a bit of damage here. Excellent passing. Mount. Must take the lead here. And fired against the crossbar. Oh, a tremendous block. Chelsea's corner as they try to take the lead here. And now the delivery. A decent effort, but the keeper read it all the way. Cedric. Lokonga. And the referee has deemed that an additional 4 minutes are in order. Granit Xhaka. Martinelli. Xhaka with it. A very timely interception. Jorginho. Mateo Kovacic. And Havertz. Jorginho. Still passing it around with authority. Marcus Alonso. Oh, closed down. Can he give them the lead? Havertz! And Leno untroubled. Cedric. Holding. Xhaka with it. A chance then for the respective managers to address their charges. It is half-time here. How about an assessment of Romelu Lukaku? Has the inspiration been missing, Stuart?
Well, Derek, he did have that effort that hit the woodwork, and he's certainly worked hard to get into the match. But sure, he could add a bit more quality to his game in the second 45 to have a real impact on this result.
And that, a piece of goalkeeping you're going to see again and again and again. Oh, marvellous goalkeeping.
Well, it's a top-class save from a top-class goalkeeper. That's absolutely brilliant.
Has a go. And fine goalkeeping. Still on level terms, moving the ball nicely. Really good diving stop to make sure the threat came to nothing. Romelu Lukaku now. Well, he just couldn't make it happen. Looking for that final pass, looking for the goal that would put them in. High echelon goalkeeping there.
Well, they've been quiet for a while now, but this has got them going.
Has a go! Well, really fine goalkeeping, good diving stop. Just over the crossbar with that effort. Mount. Spectacular save, top-class goalkeeping. Kovacic. Now Alonso. Not to be in terms of the finish. Oh, a tremendous block. Chelsea's corner as they... And now the delivery. A decent effort, but the keeper read it all the way. The two teams have switched around and are ready now for the second half. Well, a shame really, because the move was promising, but no end product from them. And he'd be disappointed if he didn't take that one cleanly. Lukaku. Now with Havertz. On to Jorginho. Havertz. James. Mount. Far from a good pass. Kai Havertz. And back with Havertz. And he takes on the shot. Oh, did so well to deny him. Favouring the short one. Great block. Martinelli. Now with Pepe. Saka. There to take it away. Mateo Kovacic. Lukaku. Here's Kovacic. Havertz. Alonso. Regained possession. Gabriel Martinelli. Now with Pepe. Keeper's ball every day of the week. Lukaku. And Chelsea have given us away. Not to be advised giving the ball away in that position. Well, timed his challenge magnificently. And showing fine vision. Martinelli. And he's clear as lines. Pressure exerted, but he keeps the ball. Jorginho. Mount. Reece James. Jorginho. Now, will they be able to play it in behind the defence? Well, they couldn't keep that sequence going, unfortunately. Oh, what an opportunity! Well, not great defending. And there is the goal that gives them a well-merited lead. It had been coming.
Well, here we can see it again. Look at the way he glides past the defender to create space for himself. And there's certainly no doubt about the finish. He really hits it with power and accuracy. Nothing the keeper can do about that.
1-0 then.
Number 18, Lukaku.
Nicely cut out. Mateo Kovacic. And Chelsea moving the ball forward. What can they do from here? Havertz. Mount. Lukaku. On to Alonso. That's all they can conjure for now. Keeping possession of the ball with authority. Oh, he's given it away. Lukaku. Oh, a nice looking pass. And into the clutches of the goalkeeper. Granit Xhaka. Kieran Tierney. Well, the pass isn't going to worry the goalkeeper. James. And the ball with Christensen. And we're inside the final 30 minutes. Marcos Alonso. Good tackle. Cedric. Albert Sambi Lokonga. No, high quality defending. Chelsea couldn't maintain possession. Arsenal pushing forward with options available. Really good block. Arsenal's free kick here. Both managers deciding this is the time to change things around. Both teams going to the bench. Useful cross towards the near post. Still not clear. Aubameyang. Xhaka. Aubameyang. This looks threatening. And it's gone in! Beyond the goalkeeper. Arsenal level.
Just look at this again. The combination play in the top third of the field was so precise. And then through on goal, he just goes for power and smashes it past the keeper. There's no stopping that. What a great finish.
Well, the earlier goal cancelled out. One apiece. Mount. Romelu Lukaku now. Jorginho. And Havertz. What can Chelsea do from this position? And credit is due for that good piece of defending. Albert Sambi Lokonga. Mateo Kovacic. Marcos Alonso. Kai Havertz. Chelsea couldn't keep it. Aubameyang. Lokonga. And teammates to play it to. Are they going to forge ahead? Well, the keeper is happy the bar was there. Missing the target by a tiny margin.
Well, it's a difficult skill to get right, but he almost pulled it off there. He made such good contact with the ball.
Marcos Alonso. Havertz. Mateo Kovacic. Lukaku. Kovacic. How about the cross? Taking care of business defensively here. And a corner coming up for Chelsea. Can they make good use of it? Going short. Havertz. Struggling to get it away. Well, able to survive that attacking push. A potential danger here. Support for Aubameyang. Well, that is how to nullify the opposition. Jorginho. Hudson-Odoi. Jorginho. Mateo Kovacic. Havertz. And Chelsea looking dangerous. Havertz. Here's Kovacic. Well, he just couldn't make it happen.
Substitution for Chelsea.
So deciding to make a personnel change at this juncture.
Kovacic coming onto the pitch. Number 7, N'Golo Kante.
Lokonga. Nicolas Pepe. Just not looking confident in possession. Lukaku. Still on level terms, moving the ball nicely. Well, honestly, I didn't mean to jinx them. Just wasn't a very good pass, finally. Can they forge ahead? Well, they would have done had it not been for the keeper.
Well, they should be ahead now. Yes, it was a good save, Derek, but he should score from there.
Well, the short corner routine. They'll repeat the trick. Corner again. And he's fired over the corner. And clearing it away. Mount. Lukaku. Giving the ball to the opposition that time. Now Chelsea in a position of menace. Mount. Now Conte. Fluency of movement. Lukaku. Well, in the end, it was rather straightforward for the goalkeeper, Stuart.
Well, he has to do better there. That's a really poor finish.
Using his strength to shield the ball. Well, not quite what he wanted to do with the pass. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. And that pass could be troublesome. Big opportunity.
Well, can Arsenal create one more big chance to win this game? If they do, this stadium will erupt because these fans have been brilliant today.
Lukaku. Just 10 minutes to go. Hudson-Odoi. Romelu Lukaku now. Can they push ahead in the closing stages? Well, he made sure there was absolutely no way through. The ball back with Arsenal now. Tierney. A really effective shielding under pressure. And intercepting it. Albert Sambi Lokonga. And using his strength to shield the ball. He's got to score! Still alive. Well, good defending. Clattered out of there.
Well, I thought that was the game. Fantastic work by the keeper just to keep them in this.
Hudson-Odoi. Still level, but Chelsea on the attack, near the end. Can he put them in front? He does! And with so little time left, that might be the winner. Wonderful drama.
Well, he wasn't going to waste this chance. 1v1 against the keeper, and he slots it away with great confidence. That's a good finish.
Well, a dramatic moment near the end, and that might well be the decider. Cedric. And here they come, still pressing for an equaliser. And close but offside nonetheless. Mount. Really well played pass. Marcus Alonso. Conte. Jorginho. Really good diving stop to make sure the threat came to nothing. If they can score again from this corner, it probably would be the end of the story. Over it comes, and the problem not completely solved. Well, they survived the attack. Lokonga. Xhaka with it. Strong play here on the shielding front. Will he play it in? Teammate available. Terrific piece of anticipation. Kai Havertz. Conte has it. Mount. Havertz. Excellent vision. Well, a classic example of how to intercept. Good work to win it back high up the pitch. Havertz. Well, it was a menacing attack, but tidied up.
Well, just listen to these Arsenal fans. They're certainly driving their team forward here.
And he takes it away. Hudson-Odoi. Jorginho. And there to intervene. The clock is against Arsenal, but what can they pull out of the fire here? Cedric. He's using his strength to good effect. Aubameyang waiting. Didn't seem to be too much in that offside decision. Marcos Alonso. Jorginho. Romelu Lukaku now. Conte. Alonso. And return to Conte. The final whistle and the Gunners go down. They've lost this game. No points picked up. What did you think of it?
Yes, Derek, it was a tight game between two very good sides, but they lost concentration late on, and it's cost them dearly. They'll need to get over that quickly.
Romelu Lukaku does know how to take a game by the scruff of the neck. What would be your verdict on his performance?
Well, I thought his all-round game was excellent. It was his ability to find space that impressed me most, and with a bit more luck, he could have had a second one today.
Looking for that final pass, looking for the goal that would put them in. High echelon goalkeeping there.
Well, they've been quiet for a while now, but this has got them going.
Has a go! Well, really fine goalkeeping, good diving stop. Mount. Spectacular save, top-class goalkeeping. And back with Havertz. And he takes on the shot. Oh, did so well to deny him. Gives them a well-merited lead. It had been coming. Aubameyang. This looks threatening. It's gone in. Beyond the goalkeeper. Arsenal level. Well, they would have done had it not been for the keeper.
Well, they should be ahead now. Yes, it was a good save, Derek, but he should...
Can he put them in front? He does! And with so little time left, that might be the winner. Wonderful drama. Jorginho. Really good diving stop to make sure the threat came to nothing. If they can score again from this corner, it probably would be the...